we're going to take a look at this Simpson multimeter. I don't remember where this came from. My son or I found it somewhere. We don't use it. It's been on the shelf, just kind of as a collector's item, old style. Of course, today everything is about digital multimeters like this one. But this thing is really cool if we can get it to work. So taking a look at it this is like Bakelite. It's really faded here in an area. I don't know what would do that. Maybe the sun. Handle's in good shape. Printing on the back is in good shape. I think this must be the battery or fuse compartment. The needle indicator is in good shape. The printing is in good shape. The screen printing here is really good, just needs cleaning. Looks like the zero adjustment is good. Sounds like it. Everything, nothing seems loose. Looking inside, the banana plug connectors look good. So we're going to open it up. Okay, this is really hard. Looks like that's completely corroded. As you can see, just completely corroded. So that's going to be a problem. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is really in bad shape. Not sure. Look at that old corroded battery. Oh my goodness, it's in really bad shape. Wow. But, let's see. This appears, yeah, look, just falling apart. I'm not sure how we're going to have to retrofit something in here, or maybe come up with something. I think this is the fuse, I believe. This, oh my goodness, it's a 9-volt in there as well. Really bad. My goodness. Let's get this out of here. Is that? Oh, I think this just flips, possibly. Maybe. How does that work? Oh, that's interesting. Not quite sure how you change the fuse in this thing. Does this just come up? Oh, look. It's got a little plunger here. It plunges a pin that holds it. I plunge it down. You should be able to rotate it, I suppose, until you can get the fuse out. Wow, big bus fuse. What was this? Can't find it. There it is, but I can't read it. I don't believe. Can barely make out what's printed on the end connector here. 2 amps looks like. Well, that's corroded as well. So that's going to be interesting trying to figure out how to do that. I think there's a fuse. I think that's a fuse as well. I wonder if we flip this around. this is an old AGC type, like the old style car fuse. Now let's see what happens in here. If we can get in here, my screwdriver is just too wide. Maybe we can use this one. This thing gonna come apart. Ooh, my goodness, look at what, look at what's coming out of this thing. Wow, it looks really not so bad on the outside, but who knows what we're gonna find in this thing. Let's see. Really long screws there, good shape on that part of it. These look like stainless or chrome plated. But look at this stuff coming out of this thing. I think we must help. There we go. We've got a couple of screws here and probably down here. Yes. They are. There we go. Let's see what we can do. These two. Now that's interesting. I think actually this should have just kind of twisted a quarter turn or half turn and just come out. I hope I didn't just force it myself because I didn't know what I was doing. Probably what I did. I mean, it's terribly corroded, but where it sheared off, I'm not sure. We'll see. Am I missing another screw? Not sure. Wonder if there's something down there. No? Don't see it. Maybe it's me. It's definitely still attached at the top. Gotta find out what's going on. First, I think I'm going to clean this up. This is a terrible mess. Alright, so I was being a little bit nutty earlier and not paying attention, and those small screws down there, I don't know what they loosened. I'll probably find out later, but the two larger screws in these cavities actually was holding the top. So I cleaned my mess up. Got my little, I call it my little gorilla pad here to protect my nice large static mat. I don't really want to scar that up a lot. So we'll take a look at what's happening here. Okay, so this case, that can be worked on. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Well, inside this part, I guess all of that debris was falling in from the battery cavity. So looking in here really closely, it's a later cap. I don't think that cap's going to be bad. This is, looks pretty good. If you look inside these rotary contacts and you look at the contact area here and inside here, these look really good still. No corrosion. So looking inside, it's in pretty good shape. So, where do we go from here? Well, that's a good question. I don't really think we need to open any of this up take this board off, I think what we need to do is take it out, blow it out, clean all this material off, this dust and debris, figure out how to get some type of battery connection going here, because obviously it needs a 1.5 volt D and a 9 volt. Verify the fuses are good. This fuse is in bad shape, but if it's still good, we can clean it up and possibly use it. So we'll come back and after we clean it up a little bit and see, let's just see if we can get it to function at all. Okay, so we clean this up a little bit using our trusty C3H8O, which is just isopropyl alcohol. And that's really all you need, is just to use this to kind of wipe it up. So you'll see that this is the 1.5 volt wires. The connectors are corroded here. I don't know quite what to do with that. But in this case, for the 9 volt, I happen to have these 9 volt connectors that I got years ago, probably from Tandy or Radio Shack, in a package of 3 or so. I have several just sitting around. So we're going to put a new one of these on. And here we're going to extend these leads and figure out how we can temporarily just connect up a 1.5 volt battery. I may just use my power supply for now, just to get the meter up and running. So why don't we do that? So I've got the soldering iron ready to go. I will flip it on. So the weller is getting warmed up here, and we'll go ahead and extend these right quick. And I'm just going to kind of take a little bit of this off, expose some conductor here. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, but this is pretty tough wire, so I'm going to have to use the wire stripper. So I'll grab the wire stripper. Had this thing forever. It's like rusted, but it's just a trusty old stripper. Okay, these are ready to go. So here, if you look, this wire is really old. You can see, kind of tarnished. So let's see if we can get some solder adhesion on that real quick. See what we can do to get this going. See if we can tin these up. It's just not adhering. Look at that. Wow. I am not sure what is going on with that. I think I'm going to cut these back a little bit. It could be it's a battery has kind of seeped up in there and corroded it. Let's cut it back. We have plenty of lead here, so it's not like we're starving for wire length. See, man, that is interesting. Look at that. It's like the wire is, it's like it's black. So I don't know quite what to do with that, other than let's scrape it a little bit. I'm just going to use the edge of this knife. There it goes. So if I can zoom in a little bit, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just right here scraping this. And once I scrape it, I expose some conductor. Just try to
think we're going to have the problem here. Let's see. Can't see this. All right. Wow. There's flux in this solder. It is just not adhering. That's absolutely amazing. Here we're okay. I've actually heard of this happening. Certain types of conductors over time, so something like leaches into the copper that really kind of messes it up. I wonder if we're going to have to replace, we're probably going to have to replace these all the way back. Yeah, I'm afraid we're going to have to do that.